Over the summer and the spring too, I have been using and learning a lot of different techniques. Crankbaits. This is my box. What's going on, YouTube? How are you doing today? I hope you're having a great day. I hope everyone's having a great day and you're being safe out on the water if you are out on the water. So right now here in Michigan, bass fishing using traditional bass fishing tackle, which is swim baits, crankbaits, all that stuff that you would usually normally use for bass fishing. Here in Michigan, it's kind of slowed down to you just might as well not go bass fishing at all. So over the summer and the spring too, I have been using and learning a lot of different techniques. One of those being crankbaits. I have put a ton of time into crankbaits, and I have found out what crankbaits work really well for me and my type of fishing. So that's what we're going to talk about today, and hopefully you guys like that. I don't know, this is probably going to be a series of me just talking about different types of baits, giving tips, tricks as much as I can as I go on learning about it. So I'll keep doing this and updating it, and if you like it, that's great. Leave a thumbs up, and even if you don't like it, oh well, I'm gonna do it anyway. So yeah, let's get into it, and we're gonna talk about crankbaits, shallow diving crankbaits specifically, and it's gonna be how to use them, or when to use them, where to use them while bank fishing. So we're gonna be talking about crankbaits today, shallow diving crankbaits. And when I am fishing from the bank, I mostly am using crankbaits that dive 0 to about 5 or 6 feet. I don't really use any medium divers, and I don't use any deep divers because it's kind of hard from the bank to use those kind of crankbaits. It's hard to use crankbaits from the bank in general because they're technically designed to be casted from a boat at shore and start shallow and go deep to where the fish actually are. So crankbaits can be pretty difficult to use while bank fishing, but we all want to use different lures, and crankbaits are pretty awesome to use. They get crazy good paint jobs, and they got all this crazy action. I don't know, it's fun to use crankbaits, especially when you actually get a bite on one, because they actually hammer it, and it's just, that hook set is so much fun. So yeah, I don't know, I like using crankbaits. So let's just get straight into it, even if it is difficult to use while bank fishing. This is my box. It's full of all sorts of different lures in here, and tackle, whatever. But all my crankbaits are in here. So let's start off with, I guess I'm probably gonna do this by depth, to be honest. So we're gonna start off with the ones that dive 0 inches to maybe 1 foot. And that, I think we're gonna start off with a wake style crankbait, maybe. Everything's tangled up. I need a better box system. If you guys know of any boxes that I should use for all my crankbaits and everything, leave it in the comments. I need to know. I know they got the Plano edges, which is probably what I'm gonna get anyway, but let me know if I should use one of those or whatever. So what we have here is a movement 80 wake. This thing dives 0 to, I think about the deepest is a foot, maybe. I don't know, it might only be a couple inches. But this is a subsurface crankbait. Get a good look there. This is in some sort of ghost shad color. I can't remember the exact color, but I really like this. It has a huge wobble to it and leaves a really large wake. I don't know, when you're fishing from the bank, usually you're fishing around a lot of weeds, a lot of timber, a lot of structure, whatever, and if you can find a spot, if you're in a spot where the fish are and the weeds are like just inches below the water and you want to use a crankbait anyway, but you don't want to get it all tangled up or snagged or whatever, this is a good crankbait to use, you know, and you can use this in literally inches of water and it's going to help you catch a fish. But yeah, that is the Movement 80 Wake. That is one I highly suggest by 6th Sense Fishing. I'll leave a link in the description below for that one. That is subsurface. Put that over there. Next is going to be, you know, your 1 foot to 3 foot range, and that is going to be another Movement crankbait, but the Movement 80X here. This dives 1 to 3 feet, like I said. You know, that's for when the fish are up shallow, or well, yeah, when the fish are up shallow, or you just want to get down to a certain depth pretty quick. This gets down there pretty quick, and it's not going to go too far down. It's not going to get snagged up in grass. I fish here in Michigan. Obviously, there's a lot of vegetation here all the time, so having something that dives really shallow usually is the best thing to have, and I've had the most luck with the Movement 80X, especially in this colored gillikin. I don't know if you can see all the scars from the tooth marks. I've caught plenty of fish on this one. I really like this color. It's got a good, you know, green pumpkin sunfish color. I don't know why they love this color so much, maybe because it's so realistic, but I've even caught them in dirty, dirty water with this color. They really like it. Loud knockers in there, gonna get some attention. And I've caught my PB, I think twice on this crankbait right here. And this color, not just this color. One of them was on this color, and then I got another one in this shad color that I caught my PB again on. But yeah, there's that shad color Movement 80X. That is the gillikin color. I really like this. This is the one I'll use 90% of the time while bank fishing. It seems to be the perfect depth for that and stays right above that weed line. And you can get up pretty shallow, especially if the fish are like chasing bait literally almost up the shore. That is a fantastic crankbait to use. Let's see here. Oh yeah, so next we're gonna be doing that, I think this is about 2 to 5 foot range, and we have the Crush 50X crankbait. This is in bluegill spawn. It's a very fantastic color. It's kind of a little bit ghost colored, just barely, kind of translucent. Beautiful patterns on there. It's got molded on scales. Every bait from 6th Sense Fishing has molded scales, and that paint job almost looks custom, but it's not. It's just high quality. Those black nickel hooks, super sharp. Love that color. Caught me a few pike on this color right here. Haven't caught any bass on this color, but caught a few on the gill here. Not as many as the 80X, but still, this thing dives the 2 to 5 foot range. Fantastic, fantastic bait. When I'm bank fishing, I'll use this in spots where I can see that the bank is actually deeper. So you're standing up here and it goes basically straight down to about 5 feet, and I will use that bait right there because it's going to get down to depth quick and it's going to stay down there. And since you're fishing from the bank portion where it's already pretty deep, you're going to be fine. You're not going to get snagged up in anything, and you're going to get your bait exactly where it needs to be. They have the 100X, which I think dives the same depth too. It's just a bigger profile. I can show you one here. I have a few in shad colors. I haven't really used them too often, but I think I really need to use them more. maybe if I can get it untangled here. See what I'm saying? Wasting all this time because I got all my baits tangled. That's a good one. Gives their shad-like color. I really like that one. But yeah, that's another one that dives about 5 feet at max. So I enjoy that one. The Crush 50X and the Crush 100X. Now, I only have one of these, but I've had success even ripping this out of the weeds. I've had success. I don't know if it's because it's the body size, or how slender the body is. This is the flat 75X in the super matte model shad color. I really enjoyed this one. This dives, I think, maybe max 6 feet. I'm pretty sure it's a 5-foot diver, but max 6 feet. That's really nice. That'll be another bait that you use while fishing a piece of bank that it's deeper underneath your feet, basically. I think that's pretty important when you're fishing crankbaits. You want to be paying attention to the bank that's right underneath your feet. Well, it's not necessarily underneath your feet, but it's right in front of you. That first few feet, you want to pay attention to the depth, and that'll really determine what crankbait you'll use. So that's a good one. I've caught a few fish on that one. I really enjoy it, and if it gets in the weeds, it doesn't seem to get caught up too much because that slender body, that flat body is really nice. But yeah, I think that's it for build shallow crankbaits. Obviously you can use lipless crankbaits like this tangle mess I have here. You can burn these and they stay pretty shallow. That's a really good option for bank fishing crankbaits. But yeah, hopefully you guys learned something from this one. If you did, leave a thumbs up. If you got any good tips out of this, I don't know if you did. I'm not an expert, but leave a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, do me a favor and subscribe. That'd be super awesome. We're like 112. If we can hit like, I don't know, 120 subscribers, that would make my day be super awesome. But yeah, again, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Enjoy yourself, go out fishing, explore for fish, and I'll see you on the next one.